What's up guys, Mickle here, and we have a whole bunch of stuff to get into in this video. First of all, the markets are finally looking better. We finally have some green on CoinMarketCap. It has been a long time since I've been able to open up CoinMarketCap and actually see the color green. In this video, we're going to talk about the rally we are currently watching, what it's going to take for this rally to sustain itself. We have seen a lot of rallies in the last couple of months that have fallen short, that have faded out. I'm going to talk about some macroeconomic things that we are going to need to see play out over the next couple months for this rally to sustain itself. Make sure to stick around for that. You are definitely going to want to see it. We also have some very big dates coming up in the Ripple SEC case, and I want to go over some dates with you guys that you need to be paying attention to. One of the biggest things we are waiting on right now is for Judge Torres to make her decision on whether or not the SEC is going to have to hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass documents to Ripple. I'm going to give you guys some timelines for when we should expect this ruling to come down the pipeline. This thing is absolutely massive for this case right now and something we need to keep our eye on. Last of all, at the end of the video, I want to show you guys a very interesting tweet from David Schwartz, something that I've never seen before. And guys, it's going to show you the power of XRP and how critical it will be to our future financial system. A lot of people ask me, why can't Swift just reinvent their system to have lightning fast speed? Guys, I want to show you one of the more interesting things I have ever seen that has made me more bullish on XRP than I have ever been in my entire life. You guys are definitely going to want to stick around for this because it's going to take your investment thesis to XRP to a whole new level. Like always, if you guys are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So real quick, if you guys want to get 6 free stocks, make sure to check out the link for MOO-MOO down in the description below. If you sign up with MOO-MOO and deposit just $1, you will win 6 free stocks. Each one could be worth up to $1,000. So make sure to check that out if you want some free stocks. So let's jump into the video, and I want to talk about the current market conditions we're witnessing right now very quickly because there are some very interesting things I want to point out that I think is really going to make a difference on whether this is just a short-term rally or this is a more sustainable bull trend. So if we just open up the XRP price chart, it really doesn't matter what crypto we take a look at. They all kind of look the same right now. We can see that XRP is down very significantly from its highs, but it's important to note that we are already pretty low on the chart and have reached a very strong level of support. This is a place XRP has sat for a very long time, so it would really take a lot of panic to take XRP much lower. I feel pretty confident thinking that we are at least pretty close to a bottom right now, and I think it would really take something very bad for the crypto market to break down much lower. Now, the reason I say this is because we already have some of the worst news that you could really get, and that is that our economy just went into a recession. Now, I point this out because any great investor will tell you that the best time to buy stocks, the best time to buy assets is during a recession. It's typically when we see the most fear, and one of the very interesting things about the recession we are currently witnessing is a lot of people actually predicted it before it came. This caused a lot of the assets that are trading in the markets right now to really show signs of this recession before it even hit. Because of that, I have a feeling a lot of the pain from this recession has already been felt in asset prices, and that's why we're so low on assets like XRP. Now, I want to point out that as long as nothing really breaks in the markets, as long as we just have a slowdown in growth and nothing ever gets systemically bad, then I think this is really some of the worst we're really going to see, and I think we have better days ahead of us. The thing that would really be bad and the thing that would really take us down to a new level is if inflation stayed entrenched in our system and the Federal Reserve had to keep jacking up interest rates. This would cause a lot of illiquidity, could cause markets to break, and would in no doubt take us an entire leg lower. Now, I actually do not believe this is going to happen because we have already seen a very steep drop in commodities. Typically, commodities really drive inflation because they're what really makes most of the goods in our economy. So I think we really are heading to a place where inflation will start coming down, the Federal Reserve can calm down their rate hikes, and most of the damage, most of the systemic risk has already happened in the market. That was when we saw like 3AC going under. That's when we saw Celsius going under. I really hope the worst is behind us, but but if it is, this will be the start of a more sustainable rally, and I really think we could have some good price action ahead of us. Let's keep moving and talk about the Ripple SEC case, because a question I see going around a lot right now is when can we expect Judge Torres to make a decision on whether or not the SEC is going to have to hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass documents to Ripple. Now, Judge Netburn has already ordered like 5 times now that the SEC does need to hand over these documents, but the SEC is actually objecting all these decisions to Judge Torres to see if Judge Torres will change her mind on this issue and allow the SEC to keep these documents. Now, I've already gone on the record and said that I do not believe there is any way that Judge Torres is going to go against Judge Netburn's ruling, meaning that the SEC is still going to have to hand over these documents to Ripple, but I want to give you guys a timeline for when we can expect this ruling to come in, and I also want to talk about what the SEC's next move is, because guys, the SEC is going to waste time at any opportunity they can get, and unfortunately there are still a couple options for the SEC to continue delaying handing over these documents to Ripple. We're going to talk about those a little later, but first I want to get into exactly when we can expect Judge Torres' decision to come down the pipeline. I tweeted out earlier today, hey Attorney Fred, hey Attorney Bill, any idea how long we should expect until Judge Torres makes a decision on the SEC's appeal? Unfortunately, both my lawyer friends blew me off on this one, just messing around. They always answer my questions, but someone else actually chimed in with a very helpful response. They said first Ripple has to answer by August 9th, and then the SEC can reply to Ripple on August 16th. Only then will Judge Torres make her official ruling, but until now she's waiting for these 2 other motions to come in. So it looks like Judge Torres won't even start drafting her response until August 16th. Now, Judge Torres has been very speedy on most of her decisions, so I would think that if she is fully briefed on this issue, she will likely make a decision by the end of August on handing over these emails. This would be a pretty speedy turnaround, but still give her a couple weeks to make the decision. I think this is probably pretty realistic, but it's important to point out that even after Judge Torres makes a decision, forces the SEC to hand over the emails, the SEC can still delay even more. And what I want to point out here was actually pointed out by Attorney Fred. He was actually reaching out to some other lawyers in the XRP community and asking, curious on your thoughts. But based on the SEC's unprofessional behavior to date, including its recent objection to Judge Torres on the emails, I have predicted that it will attempt to appeal to a second circuit in order to squeeze out more delay. And what Attorney Fred is pointing out here is that even after Judge Torres makes her decision on whether Judge Netburn was correct in forcing the SEC to hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass documents to Ripple, even after Judge Torres makes her decision on that, the SEC can then object Judge Torres' decision to another court. Now, Attorney Fred actually gave us some light on this situation, because I know this doesn't sound good. I know this sounds scary. And someone else actually asked Attorney Fred, can Judge Torres actually deny the SEC's attempt to appeal to the Second Circuit? And Attorney Fred said yes, Judge Torres can deny the SEC's request for an interlocutory appeal. At this point, the SEC would file a type of appeal called a writ of mandamus, which is a last-ditch appeal effort and rarely granted. And granted in this sense would simply mean allowing further briefing. So it looks like the best case scenario for XRP holders would be if Judge Torres affirms Judge Netburn's decision, says the SEC has to hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass documents. Unfortunately, I do think there's a very high probability the SEC would take another chance to delay this case. So I think the SEC would actually appeal this decision to the Second Circuit. Hopefully from there, Judge Torres would deny this attempt. Even if Judge Torres did not deny this attempt, I've actually talked to Attorney Fred offline a couple times, and he says that he doesn't even think the Second Circuit would pick it up. So it seems like a very low probability that this would end up in a Second Circuit. So it sounds like the SEC essentially has one more attempt to appeal that has an extremely low chance of going through after Judge Torres affirms Judge Netburn's decisions. That means the SEC is running out of time and running out of time fast. Hopefully Judge Torres makes her decision on these emails by the end of August. The SEC will probably have 2 weeks to appeal from there. So hopefully early fall or the end of summer, we will have some final decisions on the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass documents. I think the SEC personally is going to have to settle before they even get close to that date. But who knows? Maybe Ripple's actually the party that's refusing to settle right now. I wouldn't be surprised because this case is going very badly for the SEC. I would be shocked if they haven't tried to offer Ripple a settlement yet. Last of all, I want to show you something that I saw for the first time the other day that just made me so so much more bullish on XRP. You guys need to understand too, I'm one of the most bullish people ever on XRP. It's my favorite investment by far. I love XRP and I have such a bullish case for it. But even I still see things once in a while that make me sit back and say, wow, this is even bigger than even I think sometimes. Take a look at this tweet from David Schwartz. This was pointed out by Andrew Zell because, guys, this is a very big deal and shows that XRP is positioned perfectly to completely dominate our financial system no matter what happens around it. Take a look at this. This is from David Schwartz. David Schwartz put out, "We are very pleased to see payments get faster. Our strategy has been to position XRP as a settlement asset. The faster payments are, the more important it is for settlement to be fast and cheap. The main reason we built RippleNet and XCurrent was because payments were too slow for fast, cheap settlement to matter at all that much. If Swift wants to fix payments for us, that's great. It's one less thing we have to do." And guys, this is absolutely savage by David Schwartz. What he's pointing out here is a lot of people are always concerned. What happens if Swift makes payments really fast? Wouldn't that be bad for XRP? Why would XRP be needed if Swift could make really fast payments? Well, guys, payments are completely different from settlement, and David Schwartz is actually pointing out here, the faster Swift can make payments, the more important it is to actually settle those payments quickly. So David Schwartz is pointing out that the faster payments can go, the faster money can move around the world, or the faster money information can move around the world, the faster that money is actually going to have to settle. Right now, the best settlement system in the entire world, the most space-age technology for settlement is XRP, and it's positioned perfectly with these massive institutions to be that settlement layer. Just take a look at all the different connections there are already between XRP and Swift. Guys, if you take a look at some of the research out there, it couldn't be more obvious that when Swift finally goes live with ISO 20022, XRP is going to be at the core of this settlement processing system. I cannot wait for that day to come. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help this channel out so much. And for now, Mickle out.